another month, and today I will be sharing my favorites from the month of August. Alright, so my first favorite, normally my favorites aren't in any particular order, but this one is definitely my number one favorite from the month. So, for those of you that have been watching my channel for a little bit, I've shared a little bit of my acting background and things like that, really into theater, and this last month I auditioned to be in the chorus for the world premiere of the new Disney musical, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, at the La Jolla Playhouse here in San Diego, and I got in, so I'm going to be a part of the chorus for this new world premiere production. I'm so freaking excited. I'm also a little nervous because I haven't done a show in a pretty long time, but it's kind of a good way to get my feet wet, I think, because I'm in the chorus, there's no like pressure, it's just need to learn my part, be in the show, and I'm super duper excited. So if you're in the area or are gonna like vacation to San Diego in October, November, December, you should definitely come see the show. I'll leave a link below if you're in San Diego or want to see it, because it is the world premiere, and some of the music is similar to the movie, but it's a brand new score, and this is the world premiere, and you could say you saw it before it went to Broadway if you come here and see it, so that's cool too. Alright, so yeah, definitely favorite and will be for the next few months. But moving on, my book favorite, I don't know if this is like a favorite yet because I'm only like halfway through the book, but I thought I would share the book that I've been reading this last month, and it is 1984 by George Orwell. Obviously this is not a new book. It came out, I think he wrote it in like the 50s, but it's really fascinating because it's sort of what he thought in the 1950s what 1984 would be like. And it's really fascinating because, you know, you could be like, well, none of this happened, but I think it's a really fascinating look at sort of like the human condition and politics, and it promotes really, really great discussion. And my husband, like, one of our favorite things to do is we'll open a bottle of wine and just sit out on our porch and read, and like as we're reading we'll just discuss things we're reading or things that we find interesting, and this promotes a lot of really good discussion just about just our time now, and just George Orwell made some really fascinating insights into what the world would be like. I don't know, I'm not explaining it very well, but I definitely recommend it. It's a really, really fascinating book. Okay, my next is a TV show. It's on Netflix, but it's a PBS show called The Mind of a Chef. I mentioned it in my 3 ways to cook an egg video if you want to check that out. It's a PBS show, so it's really informative, you learn a lot, but it's also really cool. I've just learned a ton about food, but they do it in a really fascinating sort of way. The first season follows one chef, the next season follows another chef, and you just learn a lot about, you know, world cultures and food, and I pretty much only watch like food shows. That's like what I watch on TV, but this one's really fascinating, and it's on Netflix, and I'll link it below if you'd like to watch it. I've really been enjoying it. Alright. My recipe favorite for this last month, I found it on Pinterest and sort of adapted it a little bit to just the way my husband and I like to eat things, and they're called eggplant burgers. So if you're vegetarian, this is also a really great option for you. It's sort of like a crab cake, but take out the crab and put in eggplant. And then the original recipe, she made it like a burger and put it in a bun, but what I did was just put it over rice, and then I added some caramelized shallots on the top, and it was really, really delicious. Again, it's vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian, but this is a vegetarian recipe, and it's really, really delicious. I really recommend it as a light, healthy meal. I will link the recipe down below if you would like to check it out. It's really delicious, and I really recommend it. And it's also pretty cheap because eggplant, at least I got it when it was on sale. It wasn't that expensive, so there's that. I have 2 product favorites this month, and they are both from my Birchbox. So I had a good Birchbox month this month. The first one is the Dr. Jart Beauty Balm Dis-a-Pore. Get it? Dis-a-Pore. I was really hesitant to try this, like I said, and as you can see, I have really pale skin, so most BB creams are too dark, or they're too yellow, or like it just never really works. I've tried like a zillion, but I was like, it came in the Birchbox, I'll give it a whirl. First of all, I squeezed out way too much the first time I applied this, and it was like really gray, and I was like, oh my gosh, I look like a freak, I look like crazy. But as I rubbed it in, it worked, and like I really, really like it. I'm wearing it today, and it's really awesome. Like, I'm just floored that this actually worked. And Dis-a-Pore, they're not kidding. Like, it just, you know, like covers all them big nasty pores and just evens everything out. There's SPF 30. I really love it. This might be like the second thing from a Birchbox that I'll actually purchase. There was only like one other thing I've ever like purchased from a Birchbox. Anyways, dreams come true with Dr. Jart BB cream. Pretty stoked about it. Alright, the last product favorite is, this looks really gross, and I'm sorry, but I felt like I should show you. It was just like a sample. So this is the Nug, I like the name too, by the way, the Nug Face Mask. Soothing shea butter and chamomile extract. Helps to calm, balance, and hydrate troubled or sensitive skin. So that's what it looks like, or at least what the sample looks like. It smells really like shea butter, like that cocoa butter, shea butter kind of scent. I was really intrigued by it because it said for sensitive skin, which I have. I also live in San Diego where it's pretty dry, so anything to hydrate is really great. And if I'm using a hydrating mask, I typically do a cleansing or clarifying mask before, just to kind of get all the junk out, and then I'll do a hydrating mask after, and that's what I did here. And it's really great. My skin felt incredibly soft and really plump afterwards. I really, really enjoyed it, and I got probably 3 uses out of this little tub, I guess you could call it. So yeah, I'll link that on the Birchbox site down below if you're interested in trying it. I really enjoyed it. Alright, so my final favorite for the month, I want to do, moving forward, every month highlight a different charity, and it would be most likely ones that I either have worked with or know about, just charities that I've interacted with that I'd like to share with you guys. I was kind of prompted by the whole ALS Ice Bucket Challenge and everything that's going around, and just sort of inspired that while the ALS Bucket Challenge is great and we should donate to causes and things, I don't think you need like a challenge to do it like every day. Just, you know, you could do it any other day, I guess, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I thought each month I would share a different charity, and you can check them out or do whatever. And one thing I wanted to share too is that, you know, a lot of times you think charity, well, I don't have any money, like I can't give them money, but something we talk about in my church a lot is time, talent, and treasure. So you don't have to just give your treasure, your money to a charity. You can also give your time or your talent. So if you're really good at photography, maybe approach a local charity and say, hey, I'll shoot pictures for you. That's giving just as much as just giving cash. So don't think that just because you don't have money you can't give to charity. You can give in a ton of other ways. So this month I wanted to highlight the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization. I recently approached them and am in the process of trying to become a big sister in San Diego, and it's a really great organization. And one thing I learned is that you don't have to be a one-on-one big brother or big sister. You can go in groups and you can go hang out with kids whose parents are deployed overseas, or you know, they have events throughout the month. There's so many ways that you can help out this organization. So it's a really great organization that really provides positive role models for troubled kids, or kids that have disorders, or just kids that have trouble. So it's a really, really great organization. I really recommend it if you're looking for a charity to get involved with. They're all over the country, and I will link their website down below so you can check them out. So that's it, guys. Those are my favorites for the month of August. Let me know in the comment section below what some of your favorites were this month, or if we had any of the same favorites. That would be kind of cool. What else? Oh yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button so you see new videos from me every Wednesday and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Stay bougie, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.